So we're going to start by finding the trend line for the scatter plot in the top left. What is important to note is it's not the line that goes through the most points. And there is a way in statistics that you can actually calculate this formally, but we're just going to eyeball it. And the goal is to have the same amount of distance between the line and the points above the line as below. So right here, I'm putting all the orange lines right here. I'm just drawing a straight line to them. And for the ones that are below, and for the ones that are above it, I'm just going to put a little red line. And it looks like those are pretty close. It's all would kind of balance out. That's a pretty good trend line. So we're going to go with line H right here. Note that W, this line right here, is actually a negative slope. And we can kind of tell from the dots it's going up and to the right. Dots represent positive slope. And even though X is also positive, it's really far away, and H is the only logical conclusion for this one. The next question to the right is David is selling lemonade. 2 points that lie on the trend line are 2, 15 and 4, 21. And we are going to start by finding an equation for this trend line in the form of y equals mx plus b. There is a way to do this with just algebra when you're given 2 points. But we're going to look at the graph. To find the b, or the y-intercept, we look at where it crosses the y-axis. That's this line here that I'm drawing up and down here there in orange. And if you look at it, it looks like it crosses right at 9. And you're going to be able to zoom in on it. So you're going to have right now y equals something there for the slope, x plus 9. Y is y and x is always x, but we got the b, which is 9. Now we're going to find the slope. And we are going to use the slope equation. So the first thing you want to do is identify the x and y. So my first x is 2. My first y is the 15. My second x is 4. And my second y is the 21. So I take those values and I put them into this equation. So my y sub 2, or my second y, is 21. My first y is 15. My second x is 4. And my first x is 2. Now we go through and simplify this. 21 minus 15 is 6. And 4 minus 2 is 2. And 6 divided by 2 is 3. So that's my slope. So what the points mean is the point 2, 15 would mean that after 2 days, we can expect David to have saved $15. And then according to the trend line, and we have the equation for it, which is up here, David will have saved how much money after 15 days? Well, we're going to put 15 in for the x. So 3 times 15 is 45. And 45 plus 9 is 54. So that means we would have expected David to have saved $54 after 15 days. And if we try to extend this graph, it may have worked. We can kind of come out here and kind of eyeball it, like down here is about 15 days, around there. And if we draw a straight line up, it's going to be somewhere up here. I mean, my lines are not perfect, but that's why we can use the equation. It's really helpful. For the last one, we got the scatter plot showing the elevation during the hike. And sometimes they might give it to you in multiple choice. So let's find the slope first. We're going to use these 2 points right here. So I'm going to go through and identify my first x, which is 30, my first y, which is 1022, my second x is 75, and my second y is 1694. So once I have them identified, I'm going to put them in my slope formula. My second y is 1694. My first y is 1022. My second x is 75. And my first x is 30. So 1694 minus 1022 is 672. And 75 minus 30 is 45. And 672 divided by 45 is about 14.9333. So that's going to take care of the third and fourth choice because my slope here is m. So to find the b, the y-intercept, again, we could do this with algebra, but we're just going to look at the tip of the graph right here and notice that, and you'll be able to zoom in on yours. The graph right here is 750, and the tip of the blue graph is a little bit closer to the 500 than the 750, so we're going to pick the 574. The 677 is up a little bit too much, so we're going to cross out choice B, and that's going to be choice A. And then for the last part of this question is, according to the equation that we picked above, what is the estimated elevation after 250 minutes? Well, we just have to put 250 right in there for x. And 14.93 times 250 is 3,732.5. We add that to 574, and we get 4306.5. But notice that it does tell us to round to the nearest whole number, so we are going to round that up to 4307 feet. If you have any questions, ask your math teacher.